3 buckets set up with a crate on top, and then I had the little things wrapped around this little bucket.
Haven't seen the sunlight in a couple months. It's getting kind of dark in here and I feel numb. Oh, I just need a little bit of your good loving to keep me glowing, glowing, glowing.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're freaking doing a water change. I wasn't even gonna make a video on this because it's a water change. As it is, I hate doing it. Then I figured, you know what? It's important for you guys to see how I do my water changes every other week. So here we are. As you can see, we do have some cyno showing. The diamond goby has disappeared again. I feel like it's Grumpy that attacked him. This is 2 weeks, but still, I do have some coming back and it is not ideal at all. In other news, something is going on with my Scully. As you can see, the bottom of it has started to recede a little bit. I moved it back farther from this guy here. I believe this is a Favia. I don't know how long their sweepers are. I moved it back. I'm gonna move him forward a little bit more. I've increased the feeding on it, feeding some of the frozen fish mix, fed some mysis, polyp labs. I fed some other coral powder that I have. I don't know what's going on with him. The rest of it still looks fluffy. The bottom not so much, and I still have not seen his feeders come out. I've come out here to check at like 12, 1 in the morning and nothing. I don't understand. I'm not sure why he's doing this. All the fish are doing good. We still got some frags left, not all of them, but some of them. Just trimmed this back over here because there was some more shading going on, causing the season's greeting to die. So we trimmed that back and it should start growing in pretty soon. All right, let's get to the water change. So I was lucky enough that I had my water delivered earlier. The service here, exceptional. Thank you so much. I know, that is a great part. Anyway, this is what we got. Oh, I just fell into my sunken living room. Like, I've only lived here my entire life and I just fell into that. Out here eating shit. So first things first, I set up some towels because I don't like to make a crazy mess. I do a 10-gallon water change on the 65 Red Sea Max 250 every 2 weeks. That is plenty for me. Granted, I'm sure my tank would look a little bit better if I did it weekly, but I just don't care. I can't do it every week. Can't do it. So I do 10 gallons, and then one of those is for RO top off. I also usually have a little surprise in here for Quincy. Where is he? A special delivery of some of these little starfish for Quincy to eat because he destroys them in my tank. So we keep him alive. This is the salt water for the nano tank change. My MP10 is low enough that I do not have to shut it off when I do a water change, which is by design. I usually start off by sucking out the sand bed cyno first, just so I make sure that I get that within the water change. This time I actually forgot I have to clean the glass. As many of you guys know, I have clownfish that absolutely love to destroy my hands, my arms, anything when it's not protected. So when I clean the glass, it's just much quicker and more efficient if I just glove up. Can't get as clean as I would want, but ooh, wow, look at that. And look, the tangs love to eat during this period. It's crazy what a difference it makes. It's kind of hard to see on film, but like, look how clear it gets. Like, you definitely can't see from back here, but if I just, up here you can see a little bit, like clear there, cloudy here, if I just left it half and half. Look at the clownfish, they're just waiting for me to slip up. I set up my 2 buckets here and I used the old-fashioned siphon method. I did write a little note for myself, suck side note, so I'd put the same side in the water every time. I will fill up all 10 gallons at once. I also hold this side a little bit so that way I could slow down the pressure as I'm sucking out the cyno and not suck out all of my sand. Sometimes this way kind of makes a mess depending on how you stop the water. Like right now, I'm definitely making a mess. I'm making a freaking mess right now. That's always super fun, and I made a bigger mess than usual freaking doing this. Like, look at this, look at the setup that I have here. 3 buckets set up with a crate on top, and then I had the little things wrapped around this little bucket, but hey, it worked. Anyway, so this is where I stopped with my water. You can see we got some sand at the bottom. Most of it, it's not too bad, like it's not covering the whole bottom, but that is what the sign up. Look at my freaking, oh my gosh. I usually don't make this big of a mess. This mushroom just decided to pick up the other day and walk around the tank. Pretty cool. So yeah, now I'll just put some water back in. What I use is just a 1 gallon container with the top cut off. Usually I will have a towel in my other hand. Remember, my MP10 is still on. And then I just slowly pour water back in. Oh gosh, what a mess. Look at that top down view though. Beautiful looking. It's amazing what a water change does. 1 done, 1 to go. I hate this part. Crank them pumps back on, get everything circulating. So I'll give that a second, and then I'll usually kind of check. My first indicator on if I need RO is on the level of water here. I know that I haven't changed out the filter socks yet. Filter socks, I don't have filter socks, filter floss. I know that I haven't changed it out yet. Usually I let this run and I let it kind of pick up any other stuff floating around for a while I go dump and rinse out the dirty water. And then by the time I get back and kind of pick up this area a little bit, then I will go ahead and change out the filter floss, because I feel then that it's gotten like a couple of little things floating around in the tank. Let me just get a little bit of RO here. Probably about half a gallon or so. Yeah, you see, look at the water now. You see the water line? That's my solid indicator. Don't worry, I also use a refractor meter. That's just like my eyeball test first. This is the part I hate so much. So much. So much. Once I do this part, I know I'm kind of home free. That's the worst part right there for me. Can't forget about Quincy. First I dump out this water. Look at all these starfish. Ho ho! I usually put them in front of the pump, so that way they hello, they're really stuck on there. So many of them. And he'll just devour these, to be honest. Let's put some over here. New filter floss, new magic pads. Are you ready to see how nasty these things get? I was cleaning them more frequently, but I haven't recently. I've just been letting them go for 2 weeks. I'm gonna do better. I promise, I'll do better. I forgot I had 2 pieces crumbled up, so it's not that bad. Oh, this one's bad. Look at that. So I kind of just replace them now. Instead, since I haven't been changing them as frequently, I just swap them out instead of rinsing them. And then the final check on this tank before moving on to the next tank is always the refractor meter. Make sure we are good to go. I keep my tanks at 35 ppt. Right now we're shooting in between 35, 36. So all I'll do is get some more RO, top it off, like as much as I can pretty much go. Probably another 1/4 of a gallon, and I think it's safe to say that will probably be good. Let me check it one more time. And we are good to go. That is a wrap on this tank minus the cleanup process, but I won't make you guys watch that part. Just when you thought you were done, you got a freaking nano tank to do. This tank isn't as bad because I pretty much already know like the quick rundown of it. Unplug the pumps. Take these guys off. Floating rock looking good and empty though. Looks really nice. Pretty soon it's gonna get to the point where people are like, oh, are you the girl with the pet rock? Yeah, that's me. Okay, that's good enough. I also know that I need to take out 10 of these cups for my water change. And I do a 1 gallon change. 50% change is what we do on this tank every 2 weeks. I don't see the emerald crab in there right now, but the bubbles seem a little bit better, so hopefully he's going to town in there. Goodness, here we go. Wish me luck. Woo, we got it. Alright, so instead of just pouring this whole thing straight in there, I go a little slower and I pour it into the cup first, just to not make like such a humongous drop off. Boom, and it is done. Glass clean, everybody's back in there and happy. Salinity is back to 35 ppt. And then over here I skipped the fun of having me pick everything up. Look, I literally have a sweat mustache. Sand bed is currently free of cyano. Cleaned up everything, put a new filter floss in. Everything's a little ticked off right now. I also went ahead and moved a couple frags that weren't getting enough light here. Honestly, it's not even so much the water change. I know hate's a strong word. It's carrying the 5-gallon buckets. Like, I feel like it hurts my back. I'm getting old, you know, carrying all that weight. I know it's only like 35 pounds, but it's just not for me. Skelly Fest, September 24th in Miami, Florida. It is quickly approaching. We are almost sold out. I'm super, super excited. I cannot wait. I hope you guys can make it. Skellyfest.com. I will drop a link in the description for you guys to check out the tickets, the vendors, the sponsors, the workshops, the presentations. Woo! Hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. We got new fish videos every single week. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.
Haven't seen the sunlight in a couple months. It's getting kinda dark in here and I feel numb. Oh, I just need a little bit of your good loving to keep me glowing.